and paysetters for putting your trust in us to steer the ship of this class these 5 years. It's been it's been a worldwide journey because we had you all sharing on. We thank you all for the praiseworthy roles you have played in all we were able to achieve. Long live our alma mater. Long live class 94. Gracias. I have done my job. Thank you. Shemo represent well.
Thank you so much. Please let's celebrate him. So when we said, or when we are saying that this reunion is going to be loud, it will be loud gone. So I will suggest you bring out your phones. Then I want to call some numbers. If you are the first person to get it, then I give you. So I want to call EcoNet. I want to call EcoNet. Oh, sorry, Vodacom. Huh? Oh, which other one? Yes. 0000001. Are you ready? Are you ready? Should I read it with my naked eyes or I should use glasses? One 09282019. That's today's date. Oh, today's date. Is that not today's date? 09282019. I should be serious. You know, in the course of the speech, some pictures, if you don't see your picture in that particular souvenir or on this program, please, we are very sorry. It's not intentional. Please let us know. Then we make a necessary amends. We are very sorry about that. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? 14011988 or 19, sorry, not 88, 1989. That's the date on your admission letter to Oye. You don't know. Which network is that? The records are... you are in the spirit. It's carrying red color. Right? May I have people of honor to call Titi Odupaye to give us the numbers. Titi, you're welcome. Thank you. Celebrate me now. Easy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello? Is there anybody home? Nobody's at home. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all to this fantastic reunion, the 25th reunion. God bless us all. Now, to the core words. Are you annoyed? We are here to groove now, aren't we? You talk. You don't nod here, you talk. Yeah, to groove and to eat. Now, I want to start with glow. 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 please. One house, please. One house. Eh? One house, please. Glow. 80 797 00 482 51267. I'm not calling twice, please. Has anybody loaded? Eh? Who got it, please? Seriously. Okay. 80. 80. It's still the same glow. 80. 80 797 00 482 51267. Same number.
Which network is the same number?
Excuse me. All right, let me call the second one, please.
Is it glow on my mobile?
It's still glow. It's still glow. Yeah? That I can't say. Okay. Glow. 80 796 796 89 128. Hey. Bobby. Eh? No. Bobby lo scratch. 48383. 48383. Now my gas scratch am. You've loaded. Has anybody loaded? Then who is loading? No, let's be serious. Let's be serious, please. You've gotten that. Sherry pé àpárọ̀. Àpárọ̀ o. Eh? Ẹ̀yẹn náà tó. All right, for people using 9 mobile. Sir, excuse me, sir. You are exempted. You are exempted. CW, you are exempted, sir. Emma B. 9 mobile. 9 mobile. 9 mobile. 3664. 3664. 3176. 4815. 265. Three double 3176 4851 265. Three double 64 0176 4851 265. Tosin, what are you loading? Have you loaded? Kò wọlé. Kò wọlé. Ọ̀dọ̀ ta ló ti wọlé? Kò wọlé lọ́dọ̀ yín kankan. Ọmọ èṣù nìyí. No, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Àbọ̀ wá bá lọ̀rọ̀ yín. I'm coming. Yeah? Okay. Now to Airtel. Airtel. Ṣé gbogbo network ló ní ní Bukky? Okay. Now, 5343. Kí ló gbọ́? 5343 3857 3691 7547 547. Owó kúlíkúlí tó ń tà Unity ló ti ń ná yẹn. You've loaded it. Someone has loaded it, oh. It doesn't, yeah, anybody can load. Olúrántí, owó kúlí tó tà Unity olótí náà. Now to MTN users. MTN 147 80 75 547. Are you serious? I'm not doing Ojoro. Why should I do Ojoro? Hey. Okay, Airtel. Yeah. Airtel. 55 75 87 04 63 70 29 14. Who has loaded? Double 575 8704 6370 2914. Double 5 star 940 25 377 37. 777,
Yeah.
5, 44, 79, 188, 2295. God knows your number. You loaded it. You see? Someone has gotten that. No, not yet. I'm not through yet. Now to glow. To glow users. 796 glow 80796 722 90 31. Hey, you're not listening. 796 722 90 31 080. Who has loaded? Bajai, what happened? Thank you very much for loading. And for the ones that were not loaded, sorry.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have moved to the popular 37. It is very important for me to inform you that when your body wants to maintain the chemistry, just step to the next building. The ladies is on the right after the main entrance. The gents is by the left. Are you with me? If you want to obey the nature because of the activity that is ongoing now, just move to the next building. On your right, we have the ladies. On the left, we have the gents. Thanks so much. And as we know, we have two entrances to this place. We have this one and the other one. Please, it's very important. Yeah, please, because of our time, can we have Coach Dare here? The essence of coming together is to learn from each other beyond party engagement, party, and some other things. It's for us to discuss the reality of life, for us to chart our way forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I will hold for 2 minutes. Let's call everybody outside because this is very important to what we're doing today. It's very important to our gathering today. I've been asked to discuss on the theme of our gathering, and that has to do with the journey facing the realities. So I've been asked to discuss on the journey facing the realities, and that is why we're here. And I think it's very important because we cannot move forward if we don't know where we're coming from. That is the first thing. So we need to know first that, yes, we have a root. We have where we came from. And this is absolutely not inspirational speaking. This is absolutely not motivational speaking. And that is why I want us to pay attention, because it is very, very important to our livelihood. If we're not paying attention, or if we do not pay attention to where we're coming from. So the journey started in 1999. It all began in 1999. Facing the reality. And so we started this journey on January 9th, 1989. And that was about 30 years ago. right? And it's been 25 years since we left school. When we got to Unity School on January 9, 1989, we were full of initiative, we were full of potentials, and we were full of singularity. That is singularity of purpose. Now, over time, there has been changes, and there has been deviations. There has been unmet expectations. Now, you are seated with me, and you are listening to me here. There has been a lot of disappointments, right? Now, why we are here is for us to be able to use what individual, each and every one of us, what we've garnered over time, for us to be able to bring them together to achieve greatness as individuals and as a group. Now, why do I say this? It has to do with the fact that we started communally. Now, we started communally because majority of us, we stayed in the same room, which were hall and all that. However, we cannot jettison the fact that the friendship we built over the years, it's important to where we're going. The relationship we had for the past 30 years is important to where we're going. One of the lessons that life have taught us is to be able to, like Tomide was saying, is to be able to identify opportunities. Now, we're seated here and we're talking about networking. 90% of us will leave this hall without benefiting anything and will leave this place. At the end of the day, we're saying we saw that person, and we've not been able to maximize the potentials that is in this hall. And the main reason, the major reason we need to talk about this is for us to be able to maximize the potentials that we have, the opportunities that are bound in this great class. And I must say, the 2014 reunion that we did, we recorded about 54 people. I think about 54 people attended 2014. 47, right? Now, out of that 47 people, let's say about 7 or about 8 of us maximized that opportunity. 8 out of 47. Now, 8 people were able to do businesses together out of 47 people that met in 2014. And now, we're not growing younger at all. The average age in this class is 40. And now, so if you are working somewhere today, I give you 16 years, you are going to retire if they don't sack you. And that is the reality. So we're talking reality here. How do we go from here? And now, majority of us, some of us are angry that they don't greet you happy birthday during your birthday. Because people don't greet you happy birthday during your birthday because you did not greet people during their birthday. We're talking reality, we're talking seriousness here. This is not motivational speaking, and that's what we're saying. Now, for some of us, we still have aged parents. If you lose your parents, which you are going to do, you will expect people to come to the burial, and you don't see people because you don't relate. Because at the end of the day, some of us will go out of this door, and that's all. And we don't relate again. Maybe we are not going to relate again until another 5 years when we are doing maybe 30th reunion. And now, what are you going to say about the opportunities that are bound in this class? The reason God made it possible for us to have met one another. And that is what we're talking. The reality of this talk is, number one, very soon, we're going to be hearing that some of us are giving their daughter out in marriages. That is an indication that we're growing very older. We're growing older, we're not growing younger. And the truth also is, whether you like it or not, we're going to start to die. One after the other, we're going to begin to die. But at the end of the day, what are people going to be saying about you? It's not about what you have done. It's not about where you are working. It's about the effect. It's about influence or impact that you've been able to make. So that's why we're here. So in the line of purpose. Now I had a discussion with a couple of us this morning, and I said, at the end of the day, it's not how much you have made that is important. It's how happy and how fulfilling you have become. And that fulfillment can come if we can come together and say, let's do this for humanity. Let's build this for humanity. That is number one. Then number two, I can say boldly, at least I've interacted with a couple of us. 70% of us seated in this room are struggling. And now, yes, we're making noise as if it's all fun. It's not fun. That is the reality. Nobody has arrived. If we're saying nobody has arrived, we have not arrived. 70% of us seated here, we're struggling. We're not earning enough money to even feed our families. Our businesses are struggling. And yet, we're laughing as if all is good. And we don't want to listen to this. And the truth is, what will benefit us more is what we don't want to hear. So at the end of the day, we're coming together and we're saying, what is the reason, what is the essence of us saying we want to do 25th reunion? If we have nothing to take out of this reunion, our journey is a waste. Our time is a waste. Right. So, the reality, like I said, the reality of our experiences. The very last day we dropped our pen 25 years ago, our levels became different. So, we have different struggles. We have different life experiences. But all our experiences are very, very, very important to where we want to go. They are very important to what we should become. Right? So, the reality is some of us have jobs and some don't have jobs. Some of us are married and some are yet to marry. Some of us have children and some are yet to have their own children. Some of us in their own, by definition, are doing well and some are not doing well. But that should not make us outcasts. We should look for how to harness the potential that is within us. And that potential, and I'll give this instance. A number of us came together. A number of us came together and raised 800 and something thousand within a week or two. Now, and I mentioned 70% of us seated in this room. And I make bold to say, 70% of us seated in this room are struggling. Right? And someone said 95. Someone said 95. When I said 70, someone said 95. Now, we can come together and form formidable businesses if we so determine. Now, majority of us, we don't even know what others are doing. I know where you're working. I don't know what you do. Some know what I do. Some majority don't know what I do. How do I know who needs help? Right? There are some of us that are placed in situations or in establishments where we can say, where we can post in our group, we have supply opportunities in my business. Who can do it? We don't do it. How do we help ourselves? The reality is we're not doing enough. Because if we're doing enough in our spaces, we will do better. And so there is room for improvement. And what I'm saying is the reality is we're not doing better. We can do better. We have not maximized our potentials. And we can do it. And that is why we're here today. Now, the reality of age. I said, averagely, as we're seated in this hall, we're 40. In the next 15 years, we're retirees. We'll be still retirees. As a matter of fact, some of us are growing gray hair already. Some of us, our hairline is receding. Now, gradually, we'll begin to die. Yes, that is the truth. It's inevitable truth. And that is the reality. Gradually, we'll begin to die. All of us will die. Right? Okay? Now, we only pray. Now, for those that left, For those that have left, we're not better than them. It's not that we're more righteous. Now, it's because it's their time. We really don't know when our time is. So, we need to begin to look at what are we going to do in line with what it's now. The reality of our age now, in 10, 15 years, what do you want to do? Because definitely if you are working in unemployment now, in 10, 15 years, you are no longer going to be there. If they've not kicked you out, you are going to retire. That is one. Yes, in the next 3 reunion, we're all retirees. That is the reality. So what are we going to be doing there? So how do we harness our bonding today? How do we harness our networking today to build businesses that will outlive us, that will outlive our children? And that is why we're here. Now, the reality of our health as well. We're not as strong as we were 10 years ago. And we're not going to be as strong as we are today 10 years from now. Some of us, as a matter of fact, are living on medications right now. The reality is that we also need to harness the opportunities within us. We have medical doctors amongst us. We have therapists among us. Some of us were going through issues in our marriages, and that some of us can solve. And that is the truth. But because we don't know it, we are close to solutions, yet we're not accessing those solutions. Right? Some of us have issues with our relationships. We cannot access solutions because we have not been able to identify those that can give solutions. But I tell you, we have people that can help in our group. But if we don't network, if we don't talk about it, there's no way that is going to happen. And the reality also of our status, like I mentioned, nobody has arrived. Some are married, some of us are not married, some have children, some have not had children. But the truth is, we are all in the same class and we are all on the same boat. No one is more important than the other. And so if you are conscious of that, that should help us to relate better. It should help us to network better. And like I said, I spoke with Deji yesterday, Deji Oguntomole. And Deji told me on phone, he said, Omo, I'm broke. And I said, Omo, I'm broke. That is a relationship that you can build with people that knew you when you were nobody. If I tell you I'm broke, I mean I'm broke. So we have not arrived. Our statuses might be different, but the truth is, there are some that has money, but I need relationship. There are some that have good relationship, but I need finances. There are some, your problem is not even money. Your problem is access. There are some of us, you think you have financial issues. It's not financial issue. It's just for you to call maybe Ademola Abere that will say, can you do this somewhere? There are some of us, the solution you need is not money. It is just one of us. But if you don't harness that opportunity, there's no way we can be able to access the opportunity, the benefit that is attached to it. So, how do we move from here? The solution. Now I'm rounding up now. Now, what is the solution? To every problem we have, there's solution. And now I have one suggestion, and one of the solutions I have is to be able to build a platform where everybody can register what they do, so that everybody within our group will know what this person does. So if I need someone, if I need a fashion designer, for example, I can call someone within our group first. If I need an auditor, I can call someone within our group first. If I need a broadcaster, I can call someone within our group first. If I need honey, I can call someone within our group first. If we don't know what we do, there's no way we'll be able to access the capacity that is within us. That is number one. Number two thing is for us to see ourselves as peers and to be able to share our feelings with each other or with one another. The truth is, if you don't share your problem, if you don't share your issues, you might not get solution. And most of the time, the solution you seek does not require finances. It requires someone to be able to point you in the right direction. So it is very important for us to be able to identify and say, this is my challenge. How can I harness this? How can I harness this? How can I make use of what I have or of this access that I have? That is number 2. Number 3 thing is for us to be able to begin to participate actively in our various groups and platforms. Now, to some of us, we know each other, but to some of us, we're just lying somewhere. So I'm looking at someone now right in front of me. I don't even know what she does, right? Now, however, if I knew if she was active on the platform, I could have said, "Oh, can you help with this? Or can you do this?" That is one of the benefits that we here to Ghana. Now, above all things, I'm going to be asking us, if we live today, not leave this place, if we depart the earth today, what is going to be said about you? What would you want people to say about you? And I think I mentioned this about 5 years ago. I mentioned it in the 20th reunion, but I'm mentioning it again. What would people say when you depart here? And that is the major thing that we are here for. The major reason we are here on the surface of this earth is first to affect humanity. And if that purpose is not achieved, we cannot find fulfillment, we cannot find happiness. And we can harness this opportunity to fulfill that purpose. And that is why we're here. I want to pray that we have a swelling time. I want to pray that we have an enduring time. And I want to pray as well that we will harness this opportunity for greater glory. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry. You see, you are going to get to that place very soon. But I want to share some stories with you. Are you ready for story? Story. Just story. Some people, I think, I read something the other time. Let me recognize the presence of Mr. Bobade Tokumbo, the cell coordinator of class of 95. Tokumbo, please stand up for recognition. Very close friend. Thank you. As other coordinators will be stepping in, we'll be introducing them. Thanks so much. We want to go through just a few stories. Yes. You see, this story comes with a reward. And the story is very simple. Are we together? We want to talk about networking and relationship. Almost immediately, we are going to step out and we network. Either you like it or not, call me any name, I'm with you. Either you like it or not, shout from now till tomorrow, I'm with you. Are you with me? Because if you eat, Bonte, is this? Now, hope we can see that. It's a story of the royal kingdom of Gogobiri. Are you with me? It's a story. We want to share story now. Are we together? I think most of us on WhatsApp page, we know something called Aya and Fire. If you know Aya and Fire, just let me see your hand. Yeah, 1, 2. Please help me open that bag and give them 1 bottle of JITA Peony. Please help me open that bag, that white thing. To Kemi Falade and Oyelami. Are you ready for story? Story. Networking and relationship. We need to understand it very, very clearly. You know, we call it night shift nightmare, a case study. We want to have a case study of night shift nightmare. It happened that day that one of the princes of the land of the Gogobiri kingdom decided who works with Wami Wale. You can see Wami Wale drinks Nigeria PLC. Remember those days. Wami Wale Alpha. Wami Wale, other room. Are we together? Are we together? Story. So that night shift, the prince of Gogobiri kingdom, who happens to be a party type, you know, socialite, during the school, even he joined courtesan, and because of the power of the king, he just, I don't know how the guy survived it. It's a story. And he was the head of the night shift in organization. Do you know what happened to the guy? The guy, at the time that the guy was supposed to be supervising guys, the guy left for Ojumiri nightclub. Musafeto nightclub. And in the course of that day, the drink they normally give out to people, there are so many drinks. I think the Jogumale can help us with some names. Wale and some other guys. Huh? No, don't worry. I will give you after this. And instead of adding a percentage to that drink, they increase the percentage because there's no supervisor. They increased that. They didn't backwash their process, and this led to toxification of the drink. Are we together? This is not a lecture, it's story. Story. Don't worry. I don't want you to say that because you are eating something. So something now happened. Immediately, they just employed one quality assurance guy in that company. And the guy just discovered that this thing, if the thing has to go to the market, it's going to kill the people of Gogobiri kingdom. And he reported to the senior quality assurance person. And from that level, they reported to NAFDAC according to procedure, and the company is losing 120 million naira worth of drink. Now, we move to the next level, which happens to be the disciplinary committee. When we talk about disciplinary committee, people that are called to look at the situation, and they discovered that two unions on that particular panel failed to say a word. The union guys. I know we have Aluta guys here in different organizations. And Wami Wale Drinks Nigeria PLC has been, they look at it that we have a procedure. They are the one that built the hospital in that particular community. Yes. And schools, high court, everything. The way Shell is doing for Niger Delta area. However, let's talk about the kingdom. You know, I'm just telling you story, not lectures, stories. The kingdom, Gogobiri kingdom, in short, we call it Biri. The king of the kingdom. Please, it's very important that you know about the king of that kingdom. The Oba is likened to the next to God. In fact, the governor of that state that tried to trespass, the Oba caused the man, and the governor could not do anything. Now, let's talk about Prince. Look at, can you see, do you know Prince? Do you know this man? Please look up. Hello? Please look at that place. That's Prince Benson. Can you see Prince Benson? Do you know Prince Benson? Prince Benson is the one that is leading the whole Aluta in the organization. And that's the man at the center of the storm. And people were now asking, okay, Prince Johnson, what is but the disciplinary committee decided to sack 11 of them. And Prince Johnson went to the kingdom. He told them that they are marginalizing people from that kingdom working with Wale soft drinks. First thing that happened was that the palace has to write to the company that is an affront, humiliation for them to sack the prince of that particular kingdom. The Gogobiri Revengers, Hello, sorry.
Dr. Dollar Entertainment.
Read it, Makula, yo.